We're back! September 30th. It is the first day of the MLB playoffs here in 2025. 4 games for the wild card round, kicking things off in Cleveland with the Guardians and Tigers, then the Padres and Cubs, then the Red Sox in New York against the Yankees, and to close the night, Reds and Dodgers from Los Angeles. I love the wild card round. It's crazy. You play 162 games and now you get a best of 3 to then advance and play in a best of 5, but it is what it is. It makes every game meaningful. And of course, we've got all 4 games today, all 8 teams playing today, and we've got our 5 best bets. I'm going to pick every single game, and I'll be doing this for the rest of the postseason, regardless on whether or not it's great value. I'm going to be picking every single game, and then we will either do a player prop or a couple player props or a nerfy to get us to 5 bets. So today, 4 money lines / you'll see 4 game picks, and then a player prop takes us to our 5 best bets for day 1 of the MLB postseason. Folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more MLB best bets here on the channel. Yesterday, we posted our college football predictions. 8 minutes shy of 4 hours of college football predictions. You're not going to want to miss that. Make sure to hit that. Make sure to check that video out in the description down below. NFL predictions will be posted later today at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And our UFC 320 predictions were posted on Sunday. Magomedov Live, Alex Pereira in the main event. And our PFL Champion Series, Nurmagomedov versus Hughes 2 predictions are also out on Greedo Plays MMA right now. Okay, Contender Series also has been posted on Greedo Plays MMA as I speak. Let's do it. First now of 5 best bets for today, kicking things off in Cleveland. The AL Central will do battle, just like how we get 2 AL East teams playing in the other American League wildcard series. But Guardians versus Tigers, I'm going with the Guardians in game 1. Yep. I won't give away who I think wins the entire series, but I mean, you can probably assume who I'm picking to win this 3-game set. I'm taking Cleveland. I caved. Okay. I'm taking the Guardians to win the series. I don't know if they win every single game. We'll get on to tomorrow's game after I get to watch game 1 bright and early today. A 1 o'clock start for the playoffs is absolutely ridiculous. But anyways, I'm taking the Guardians. And I know Tarek Skubal is pitching. Guys, Tarek Skubal in games that matter against the Cleveland Guardians this season, or just in the last year, Tarek Skubal's 0-3 against the Cleveland Guardians. And has he been the product of poor pitching? No. But in the last 3 meaningful games he's pitched against Cleveland, the Tigers have lost every single one. On Tuesday, Tarek Skubal in Cleveland goes 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. Only one of them was earned. His team loses 5-2. On Thursday, the Thursday before, on the 18th, Guards win 3-1. Skubal goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 run. His team loses. Let me take you back to 2024 in the playoffs. I know Skubal won game 1 against the Cleveland Guardians, game 2 in the ALDS against the Guardians. We're not going to talk about that because we need to talk about game 5. Winner go home in Cleveland. Skubal goes 6 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs. Obviously capped off with the lane train hitting a grand slam into left field off of Tarek Skubal to ultimately win the game for the Cleveland Guardians and to advance them into the ALCS, where they ultimately lost to the New York Yankees. But Skubal's last 3 meaningful games against the Cleveland Guardians, not a game earlier in the year where he pitched a complete game shutout. He shut out the Guards in July. Well, guys, the Guardians in July are a way different team than they are right now. I mean, it's night and day what the Cleveland Guardians are now compared to what they were at the beginning of the season. They have found their identity. They're playing guard ball, however you want to call it, but they're just finding ways to win. I mean, they were done. They were completely written off, but here they are. Now they got a home playoff series against the Detroit Tigers, who were leading everything in the American League for 80% of the year, and here come the Guards for the last month of the season, last month and a half of the season. I'm taking the Guardians here. And again, they've won the last 2 games this season against Skubal. Skubal's last 2 starts were against Cleveland. Tigers lost both. Now, has it been Skubal's fault? No. The main problem with the Tigers is they can't score, and their bats just aren't good. I mean, there's a reason they went on this slide, and they got to be grateful for the Houston Astros that Houston just kept on losing. So just for the fact Detroit has a shot in the playoffs, but their lineup has been so abysmal over the last month. Guys, the Tigers in their last 20 games, they've won 3 of them. And sure, different season going into the playoffs, and I did actually pick the game that ended their losing streak, so I'm I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one. But this team's been bad recently. Their bullpen has been pretty garbage. You go out and get Kyle Finnegan. He's been good until his last 2 outings. He wasn't great. Will Vest has been a mixed bag. I'm not sold on the Tigers right now. And their lineup just is not good. Everything's falling apart. And is AJ Hinch baseball completely in platoon games? And, everyone gets their assignment 100%. The guard's going to be pitching Gavin Williams, so expect a bunch of lefties in the lineup at least. Hinch is going to stack as many lefties as he can. I find it difficult, guys, because Gavin Williams and the Guardians have won the last 5 games he's pitched, including 2 against the Tigers. The 23rd, he goes 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 12 Ks. His team wins 5-2. Wednesday prior to that, Williams goes 5 innings, 3 hits, 0 runs, 9 strikeouts. His team wins the game. I mean, he's pitching 90 pitches in those outings. Well, he can go upwards to 110, maybe more today. It's a playoff game. His season high is 126 in the game where he got close to pitching the no-hitter in Queens against the New York Metropolitans. Yeah, they're going to let Gavin Williams go. And I have no problem with it. The Guardians are winning this baseball game. It's going to be extremely low scoring, but look at the Tigers lineup. Who's going to produce? Who's going to produce? Exactly. For the guards, I know, again, it's not a star-studded lineup either. It's Quan and it's J-Ram and then it's everybody else. Someone's going to come through. Last year was Lane Thomas. We've seen it before at this team. In the last 5 years with the Guardians, someone just steps up in the postseason and someone just steps up late in the year. And yes, it's Tarek Skubal. I just don't think the Tigers score either. I think by the time Skubal and Williams are out of the game, I think it's 1-0 Guardians in the 7th inning. Guys, I'm so serious. I think Cleveland wins the game 1-0. I think they're going to score 1 run off of Skubal, and then maybe they get another when the bullpen comes in, but I don't think so. We're going 1-0 Guardians. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but Cleveland's going to get it done. I can't trust the Tigers' bats right now. And I think, again, guard ball's working. They're going to small ball the Tigers like they have against Skubal, like they just did earlier in the week at Progressive Field. I got to go with the Cleveland Guardians in game number 1, and it is incredible. Plus money value to kick off the playoffs. They're at home. I get it, Skubal. Skubal, again, last year in the postseason, won the first game, but the second one didn't go so well for him. Give me Cleveland money line plus 140. They beat the Tigers and eliminated the Tigers from the playoffs last season. They might just do it again. Our second game of the day at Wrigley Field. The Chicago Cubs are hosting the San Diego Padres. I know a lot's being made of the fact, Matt Boyd's starting for the Cubs. He's not that good. He's the worst ace out of any team in the postseason, of course, because the Cade Horton injury. I understand that. I simply just don't care. Why do I not care? Look at the Padres lineup. Look at the Padres lineup. Who are we expecting to produce in this lineup? Who? This is one of the lowest scoring teams in baseball. They don't hit home runs, and sure, they will benefit from the fact that Wrigley Field to center field is, a minor league stadium, essentially. The basket, obviously, is a lot of balls that are supposed to be routine flyouts are home runs at Wrigley Field, but that's going to benefit both teams. I look at the Padres lineup, and I'm still not sold. Tatis, Arise, Machado, Merrill, Bogarts, Sheets, O'Hearn. On paper, Cronenworth, Fermin. On paper, that is one of the best lineups in baseball. They just don't produce. They don't produce, they don't really hit home runs, and they don't hit with runners in scoring position. They haven't done it all year long. Nothing changes in the playoffs. They were an excellent team at home this season. They were horrible on the road this year. They were an under 500 team on the road this year. They were 30 games over 500 at home this season. They don't play good baseball on the road. The Chicago Cubs at home with Matt Boyd. I know Boyd struggled a little bit. Look at the Padres lineup. I'm so serious. They haven't produced all year long, and they're still not going to produce today. Nothing changes with this team. Nick Pivetta is going. If you want to say Matthew Boyd's been bad, you need to say Nick Pivetta hasn't been very good either. Pivetta's last 2 starts, he's gone 4 and 5 innings, and he's given up 3 runs in each of those 2 starts. I know the Cubs can get tricky at times as well with their lineup. I mean, you got a guy in Pete Crow Armstrong who was, obviously a huge hype job earlier in the season. He was, we're talking about MVPCA. Oh, he's great. He's cooled off, of course, mightily. He's a 240 hitter at best. But the lineup around him, and obviously it's not around Pete Crow Armstrong anymore, the entire lineup is very good. And it's a lineup that I think is going to be able to hit Pivetta. Now, I know a lot's going to be made of how good the Padres bullpen is, and I agree. I think the Padres bullpen is phenomenal. Obviously, there is a long list of guys that they have. It starts with Mason Miller, Robert Suarez, the 4 All-Stars they have, those two, Adrian Morhone. Obviously, Jason Adam is injured, but you have a dominant pen. I get that. It doesn't matter if you're losing. It doesn't matter. And I've seen it so many times this year. They cannot score runs. And Laureano's out. I mean, Ramon Laureano is one of their biggest producers. Obviously, came in with that Baltimore trade. They got both him and O'Hearn. Guys, Laureano bailed this team out so many times in the second half of the season. They don't have Razor Ramon in this series. They don't. I mean, you still got Luis Ariz, who, he's going to swing a pitch over his head, and he's going to make contact, but it's going to be a weak fly ball in the left field. It's going to be a rollover to second base. Machado, okay, I can expect Machado to produce. Tatis has been a mid-hitter this season. O'Hearn's good. Sheets will have his days. It's not a lineup you can rely on. Jackson Merrill has his days too, but I'm not sold. Taking the Chicago Cubs. Guys, I've been waiting on this series the entire postseason, or the entire regular season. Since we, in the last month of the year in September, we've kind of known we're getting this matchup. Padres Cubs, because there was a push for whoever the 6th seed was going to be. Was it going to be the Mets? Was it going to be the Reds? Was it going to be the Diamondbacks? And we really did not think the Cubs nor the Padres were going to be able to overtake the Brewers or the Los Angeles Dodgers for a division title. So we've kind of always known it's just, where is it going to be played, in Chicago or San Diego? Well, it's in Chicago, and that's another factor that should favor the Cubs. Games at Wrigley Field. Again, the Padres have been a below average road team in 2025. Put them on the road in Chicago. This is a Cubs environment. It's a day game at Wrigley Field. This is what they do. They play day games at Wrigley Field all year long. And it's a lineup that is finding their ways. Michael Busch, Nico Hoerner, Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, Seiya Suzuki. Dansby's been hitting the ball a little bit better recently too. It's just a reliable lineup. Is it a lineup that's going to take you to a World Series? No, it's not. I can say that right now. The Cubs are not winning the World Series. They are good enough to be the San Diego Padres, though. I do worry a little bit about what do we get in the Cubs bullpen. They have some guys, but I don't know. I might be the only person who's not completely sold on Palencia. I know he's got a sub-3 ERA, but he will have his blow-up days. The Nats scored 5 runs against him at one point in time in this month. But he's still got a very good bullpen as a whole. Brad Keller's had an amazing season. I got to go with the Cubs here. I have to. I do not believe in the San Diego Padres any bit. I don't believe in the team. They're not going to score. Matt Boyd hasn't been good. Well, who's been even worse? The Padres lineup. And don't get confused. They've been scoring against the D-backs in the last week of the season. No. They don't score when it matters. It doesn't matter. As long as the pitcher is relatively elite, like Boyd is, they're not going to score. Pavetta's been good this year, but he hasn't been head and shoulders better than Matthew Boyd. I'm taking the Cubs to win this baseball game, -115, and I hope the Padres come back tomorrow and we get even better value when Darvish is pitching. Darvish is pitching game 3. They're screwed. Cease is going game 2? I mean, I guess. I would assume, yeah, you have to go Cease too. If this goes to 3, the Padres are losing. They're starting Darvish in game 3? Wow. Insane. Let's move on to the third game of the day, and it's the biggest one of the day. Red Sox, Yankees. It is a rivalry as old as time. In the Bronx, you can't write a playoff series better than this. And you can't ask for a better pitching matchup than we are getting. Garrett Crochet versus Max Fried. Actually, no, we get a very good pitching matchup in the next game too. Give me Boston. Give me the Boston Red Sox. Guys, Garrett Crochet doesn't lose. He doesn't lose. And he doesn't lose against the New York Yankees. Garrett Crochet this season went 4-0 against the Yankees. Doesn't matter if it's at Fenway. Doesn't matter if it's in the Bronx. Crochet does nothing but beat New York. And it's something we went to quite a bit this season. Whenever Crochet's on the mound, especially against the Yankees, we take him. Max Fried against the Red Sox this year, he's 1-1. Okay. Won one game at Fenway, lost the other in New York. Actually, no. We went just split the 2 games at Fenway. Never pitched against the Red Sox in New York. Okay. I expect Garrett Crochet to completely shut down this lineup. This is one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in baseball, in the American League, I'll say. I think Crochet, he should get a look for Cy Young, and they're not going to give it to him. Obviously, it's going to go to Screwball, but I mean, just like what Crochet did on Wednesday in Toronto, 8 innings, 8 innings, no runs, 3 hits. He's spectacular. The best pitcher in baseball is obviously Paul Skeens, but Garrett Crochet doesn't lose when he's on the mound. Doesn't. He's won his last 7 games, and 2 of those games are against the New York Yankees. And in those 2 games, how about a combined 23 strikeouts? Yeah. How am I not picking the Red Sox here? Oh, the Yankees in October. Oh, well, it's not October yet. But oh, the postseason Yankees, here comes Aaron Judge. The run they went on last year in the postseason was electric. It was. It was great until they ran into the World Series and they ran into the Dodgers and let everybody down. But it's okay. Yes, I'd rather the Yankees win the World Series than the Dodgers. And I still remain adamant on that. It's a whole nother game when Crochet goes. And hear me out. I'll say this right now. I think the Yankees are winning the series. I think so. Yeah, I mean, regardless of what happens today, the Red Sox can win 9-0 today, and I'd probably still take the Yankees to win the series. I would. I've been saying this for a while. Again, my mind could change on this. And again, watching the games can, affect how I think. But I've been saying this for quite a bit now. I think the Yankees are going to the ALCS. I said that about a month and a half ago. I still believe it. I just don't think they're winning game 1. I think they will win game 2, and I think they will win game 3. I still am very confident on the New York Yankees to win the wild card round. And I think also Red Sox win today. Great value on Yankees to win the series. Incredible value on them to win the series. Yeah, you're banking on them winning back-to-backs. Well, Bello hasn't been great recently, and I don't even know who the Sox is going to start in game 3. I know Boston's got a great bullpen, but I think the Yankees are still the better team. In this scenario tonight, in this spot tonight, no, I'm going with the Red Sox, though. The Red Sox are well-equipped to win this game because of Garrett Crochet. I'm telling you, he doesn't lose. And yeah, we're playing in the Bronx, Mickey Mouse Stadium, 303-foot home run can find a way to get out in right field. And I know that you can say the same thing about Fenway Park, but still, I believe the Red Sox win. Now, the Red Sox lineup I'm not as confident in as I used to be, right? It's a lineup that is relatively injured, right? Roman Anthony's injury sucks, and Roman Anthony will not be playing in the postseason, or at least game 1 of the postseason, if I'm not mistaken. But you still got some bats. You got, Duran, you got Trevor Story, you got Alex Bregman. It does feel like kind of an unction at times. Nathaniel Lowe will not be playing today because it's going to be a lefty, so instead we will have Romy Gonzalez in the lineup. Or probably Ref Snyder, right? They'll figure it out. I think we're okay, man. I really think we are. I'm going to go Red Sox. I think this is another, like that Cleveland Detroit game. It's going to be incredibly low scoring. And we're going to talk about another game in a second that I do believe is going to be low scoring as well. But this one's going to be a very low scoring affair. And I just believe the Red Sox are going to get the better of the New York Yankees. I know what the Yankees bring. I know the lineup that they have. You got Aaron Judge, obviously. Bellinger, Stanton, Grisham had a career year this year. I will say that. I know he batted .235 this year, but Trent Grisham hit 34 home runs. Seriously? Where did that come from? I don't know. 3.5 WAR for Trent Grisham? Okay, who cares? His average is down. Actually, no, it's up from 2024. How did the Yankees do this? It's like when they had Matt Carpenter that one year, and he batted .280 for them and hit 20-plus home runs. I don't get it. It's a good lineup, but that doesn't matter when Garrett Crochet is pitching. Also, there's great matchups for Crochet up and down the lineup with Grisham, with Bellinger. We're fine here. With potential Jazz Chisholm, Ryan McMahon, we're okay here. I'm taking the Boston Red Sox to win game 1 with Crochet. I know, Max Fried's going. Oh, he's good. He is good. The Red Sox will find a way to scratch a run across, though, before the Yankees do. I think whoever scores first in these games wins, just because that's the momentum you're going to get in the playoffs. And I believe that the Boston Red Sox steal game 1 on the road in the Bronx. They'll get it done. Red Sox money line, plus 115 with Garrett Crochet. Our 4th best bet of the video. We're not going to talk about the game pick just yet, okay? That's coming up. But first, our only player prop today, I find it as incredible value. Miguel Andujar, over 1.5 total bases. Guys, I think Andujar is going yard today. He's hit 10 home runs all year long. I know. I think he might go yard. If not, I can see a double. Andujar plugs gaps quite often. Didn't really do it in September, I'll be honest with you. But hit a bunch of doubles in the month of August, okay? I think he was an everyday player in September, so he'll be playing today, obviously. I love the matchup with him and Blake Snell. I absolutely love it. So, out of every player on the Cincinnati Reds against Blake Snell career-wise, The entire Reds, again, active players on the Reds against Snell career-wise, yeah, they're 5 for 48. Okay, it's a 104 average. And only 2 players have hits against Blake Snell. Spencer Steer is 1 for 6. Everybody else is 0 for. And then there's Miguel Andujar, who's 4 for 13. Experience kills. And that's the experience you need. Now, do the Reds have any players who have been in a postseason game before? They've got some, I believe, but not many. And that's the thing you can't say about the Cubs and the Padres. The Padres, like everybody in that lineup, I think legitimately everybody in that lineup has played in a playoff game before. But it's okay. Again, Andujar, this is one particular matchup we're chasing. It's one particular matchup we're hunting. Andujar versus Blake Snell. I know Snell's been incredible. 2.35 ERA. After his very poor start against the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh, he is completely locked in. 3 straight starts where he went 6 innings, we'll just say it, total, he pitched 19 innings and gave up 1 run in those 19 innings against the Rockies, Phillies, and Diamondbacks. He has been spectacular. The Dodgers have won games with Blake Snell pitching. I mean, back-to-back 11 and 12 strikeout games against both the Rockies and the Philadelphia Phillies. Don't care. We need one guy to come through, and that's Miguel Andujar. I think he will. I mean, once we get to the bullpen, again, I will go over the entire game in a second here. There's a chance Andujar does get plugged from this game. There is a potential for that. Just because the Dodgers don't have too many left-handed. Oh, they got Vesia and Tanner Scott. We'll see. And that's another reason I don't love the Dodgers in this playoffs. What the hell is your bullpen? And I get it. Oh, you're just going to have starters come out the pen. You're going to have Roki Sasaki pitch. Potentially Clayton Kershaw. Not now. He's not on the wild card roster, but in the DS, potentially. Who else do you have that throws left? Is it just Scott and... I guess it's just Scott and Vesia on this roster, I believe. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's just going to be those two. That's okay. I know Andrew Heaney's definitely not on the playoff roster. Oh, Jack Dreyer. I don't know if Banda's up on the wild card roster anyway. It doesn't matter. Andujar's going to get it done against Blake Snell. We don't really have to worry for that. So that's the player prop. And now the run line. Reds plus 1.5. I got extremely close to taking the Reds money line. I still want to do it. And I think the Reds I think they will win this game. I think they will. But I'm going to go Reds plus 1.5 instead. Here's why, guys. Hunter Green's pitching. Hunter Green's pitching against the Dodgers. He did not do that well last time he pitched against Los Angeles. I know that. I'm going to throw all that out. Big-time players show up in big-time games. And since that start Hunter Green had against the Dodgers, he has been excellent. He had 1 bad start in Sacramento. That doesn't count. Does not count. A's Voodoo Magic in Sacramento, minor league ballpark. Thin air. It's hot in Sacramento. It does not count. Hunter Green in the month of September. You can close your eyes on the A's game. Against the Blue Jays, 6 1/3, 5 hits, 1 run. Mets, 7 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. Cubs, season on the line, essentially. Complete game shutout, gave up 1 hit and 0 runs. Pirates, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. This is the game the Reds have been wanting. And we knew last weekend of the series when they were in Milwaukee, we knew that he was available at the bullpen. We knew Lodolo was available at the bullpen. On Sunday's game, they didn't have to use either of them. Now, they were losing, and they, I'm sure, saw the Mets score and said, okay, actually, yeah, we can lose. We're fine. We're in. And that's exactly what happened. An 83-win playoff team is the Cincinnati Reds. I don't care. I think they're winning in Los Angeles, but we're going to take the run if we can take it. Okay, so plus 1.5. I'm fine with that. I don't believe in the Dodgers. I haven't believed in the Dodgers all year long. There's a reason that they are the one team that won their division in the National League that didn't get a bye. And sure, someone has to be that team, but it shows that they weren't better than the Phillies this year, and they weren't better than the Milwaukee Brewers. And that means something. And this team's kryptonite and what's going to kill them, I believe, is their bullpen. I think it's going to be a competitive game. It's going to be a low-scoring game. But once that bullpen comes in, here we go. And I will tell you how 1 run's going to be scored today. Okay? I don't know who it is that's going to find themselves on first or second base, but Miguel Andujar is going to drive in somebody with a double. I'm telling you, it's a perfect matchup. They will find a way to make that happen. They will. And the Reds lineup, I get it. It has been atrocious at times this season. Whole new year now. I really like Sal Stewart. He's a guy that they need to play a lot more. He's 21 years of age. Spencer Steer specializes in hitting left-handed pitching. Andujar does as well. Mlb Marte actually has inverse splits, so he's actually better against righties, but that's fine. Ellie's been moved down the lineup, and he will be definitely batting in the 7th spot or the 6th spot this game just because, he's a right-handed hitter. As a righty, Ellie's way worse than a lefty. Another guy, watch out for Tyler Stevenson. Tyler Stevenson just has a knack for hitting big home runs. Watch out for this one. Stevenson against lefties, again, much better than he is against righties. And I know Blake Snell's great, and he has been great. I understand that. I do not care. I'm taking the Reds. Because you look at this Dodgers bullpen, too. It's going to be a competitive game, I believe. Once they get to this bullpen, who do you trust? Dreyer? I think I trust Dreyer probably more than anybody else in the bullpen right now. Kirby's out. Kopech's out. Vesia, I think you can trust a little bit. Can't trust Tanner Scott. It's crazy that he's this team's closer now. I fully expect Roki Sasaki to come out the bullpen, and I expect Taylor Glasnow to come out the bullpen as well. Will Glasnow pitch in game 1? Don't know, but I do believe that they are going to go to Glasnow if they need to, which is insane that this team can just pull Taylor Glasnow out of their ass, out of their bullpen. But those are guys that they will go to eventually, but you can't pitch Sasaki and Glasnow the entire series at the pen because at least you need Glasnow for the NLDS. I expect Sasaki to be a guy that they go to quite a bit. I mean, there's a reason they gave him 1 game out of the bullpen against the D-backs. There's a reason they put him on the wild card roster. I would expect Sasaki. He's not closing though. It's still Tanner Scott. It's still going to be Vesia. The team's in trouble once the game hits the bullpen. Also, Will Smith's not playing. Guys, Will Smith is such a prominent part of this team's lineup. Without him, they're still great, obviously, because they're a billion-dollar team, but that's a big loss. Will Smith does great things for this team. I mean, again, A, he's a catcher, he's behind the plate, and B, he's been such a productive hitter for them this season. What, you're going to go to Ben Rotvet? Or are you going to go to Dalton Rushing for the playoffs? Don't know who's going to get the assignment today. We know Ohtani's going to be great, obviously, but here's the thing. Elite pitchers going for the Reds. It's Hunter Green, their best guy. And I'm just saying, guys, there's a legitimate chance the Reds could win both games. I'm so serious. There's an actual chance they could just straight up sweep the Dodgers. I know the Dodgers playoff choking mindset and, that whole notion around them is gone now that they've won. I'm just saying, there's a chance. Oh, Lytell's going game 2. No, I think they'll probably win games 1 and 3. I don't know how they win tomorrow. We'll talk soon on that one. Andrew Abbott in game 3. I know he hasn't been great, but I like the lefty against the Dodgers. It's fine. Games 1 and 3 are my games for the Dodgers, or for the Reds. And yes, I think Ohtani going in game 3 would really help the Reds. I think it would. I think Green shuts down this lineup that, I'll just say it, I don't think is very good. Beyond 1 through 4, what do they have? You're batting Alex Call tomorrow. Tommy Edman, playoff riser, don't care. Max Muncy, don't care. I think Muncy's still out, right? I believe Muncy's not playing this game. I think Muncy's back. Is he back? Yeah, Muncy's back. I knew he's been back. I just didn't know if he picked up another injury or not, because I'm pretty sure Muncy did re-aggravate something, unless that's just a figment of my imagination. He re-injured something. Okay, Muncy is back. I don't know if he's starting or not. Again, there are hitters that are good on this team, obviously. We're talking about Shohei. We're talking about Freddie, Andy Pajes. It's a playoff game, though, against an elite pitcher. I think Green shuts them down. I'm going Reds plus 1.5. I think Reds' money line's very playable, too. I know their lineup's very mid, but I expect a low-scoring game that I think the Reds can find a way to win. Again, look at the 2 bullpens. I know Cincinnati's bullpen is something to write home about, but the Dodgers may have one of the worst bullpens in the playoffs. And yes, Sasaki helps them, but I don't care. I'm taking the Cincinnati Reds plus 1.5 on the road in Los Angeles, and I do believe, yes, they will take game number 1. Give me Cincinnati on the road to cover and potentially beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. Folks, thank y'all for watching our MLB Best Bets for day 1 of the MLB postseason here on September 30th. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.